With Todd McDermott.
Welcome and thank you for joining us this Sunday morning. As the holidays approach, families are still feeling the pinch of higher food prices, even as inflation is now beginning to shrink, and some costs have come down. More and more people are depending on food banks for help. So joining us now is Jessica Gosa, Chief Development Officer of the Treasure Coast Food Bank. Thanks for being here today. I want to start first. We need to talk about so much of the work you do. But I know that you have a state-of-the-art warehouse coming, and we wanted to start with that because I know, is groundbreaking approaching?
Yes, absolutely. That is definitely the talk of the town. So the Treasure Coast Food Bank's president and CEO has really been working on this initiative for quite some time with community leaders and stakeholders. And so, yes, to answer your question, we're anticipating groundbreaking this winter.
Well, we'll be there for that. It's a beautiful looking facility, as we see in the artist rendering. Where is this? Where will the new food bank warehouse be?
Not far at all from our current main distribution center, which is in Fort Pierce, Florida. So this will be at Orange 95 Commerce Center.
And let's talk about, before we talk specifically about the people you serve, what counties do you serve when it comes to fighting food insecurity?
Indian River, St. Lucie, Martin, and Okeechobee counties, so the Treasure Coast area.
And give people an idea of how many families and individuals you are serving these days.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sad to say that those numbers are astronomical and increasing. Every week we're serving an average of 250,000 people are coming through our doors.
250,000 people.
Yeah.
It's just, and does this go back to the pandemic for you? And it sounds like it has not dissipated at all since that time.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. So we're continuing to see a elevated need that is 34% higher than pre-pandemic phase. So we haven't gone back down to those pre-pandemic numbers at all.
And tell me about the families, because obviously so much of this is families who just can't afford to put enough food on the table for the children. Families are the primary focus here.
You got it. Along the Treasure Coast, 1 in 4 individuals, including children, don't have enough food to be healthy and thrive. And these are folks that are making really hard decisions every day. We see people that are coming through our doors that are making decisions between paying for food and paying for rent, or paying for food and child care or medical care or other essential needs. You know, in the state of Florida, 45% of Floridians are living 1 paycheck away from complete financial crisis. So that really speaks to the fragility. And with living 1 paycheck away from complete financial crisis, it just takes one scenario for a family to not have enough food.
And when you tell somebody those numbers, are they as shocked as I think they might be?
I think shock and sad, you know, and we get a lot of, well, what can we do? You know, we have a very generous community, and we have a community that really stands behind the Treasure Coast Food Bank and rallies and comes together to do whatever is needed to support our neighbors in need.
Tell me about the outreach to first get donors and then the outreach to families. How does that work?
We do outreach in a number of different ways. So, I mean, through a number of our programs, we have over 20+ direct service programs. We also have a robust network of 300 agency partners. So we have pretty extensive reach to get the word out there. We always want, you know, having this opportunity to talk with you is another way of getting the word out there and educating folks about all the services that we provide. The food bank has done a lot of work to wrap around the unique needs of the community, and we've done that by creating a person-centered approach and by offering not just food distribution, but case management services, benefits outreach, nutrition education, a whole host of programs that are really rooted in high-level collaboration and innovation.
And I mentioned inflation at the top, and I don't want to leave it aside without mentioning the fact that inflation also affects what the food bank can actually do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we're all seeing costs of living go up. We're all seeing costs of food go up, and that alone puts an impact on the organization. We'll see our numbers rise when we're seeing those challenges in the community for sure. But of course, that also creates, you know, challenges and our buying power, for example, you know, when food costs are at a record high.
Now, somebody seeing this today, listening to these numbers, obviously some of our viewers will be moved to get involved. How do they do so and help the Treasure Coast Food Bank?
Well, we have so many ways for people to get involved. I mean, we have a very robust volunteer network. Last year alone, we had 10,000 volunteers come through our doors, contributing over 45,000 hours of service. So this community is a generous one. We have a number of volunteer opportunities for folks, from working in our warehouse to answering phones. There's all different ways for folks to get involved that way. Of course, I would be remiss to say, of course, we accept donations, financial donations, and also food donations. But most importantly, we really want people to know that we're here and that we are the community's food bank.
And we are glad you're here and glad you're with us today.
Yeah, absolutely. This is great. Thanks for the opportunity.
All right, Jessica Gosa, thank you so much from the Treasure Coast Food Bank. Next, nearly 1 out of every 10 people in Palm Beach County is struggling to put food on the table. We're going to talk with a woman leading the mission to feed them when On the Record returns.